I've been getting super into PvP this past week. I don't know, I've just been playing a ton of different builds, and you know, I've kind of realized I play a super restrictive account, an Iron Man account. I can't trade or use the trading post, so getting gear is kind of a headache for me. So normally switching between a bunch of different builds would be tough. I'd have to spend a lot of money. I'd often have to go and find or farm new gear, but with the Magnify perk, it's a lot easier for me to deal with it. I know there are some issues with it right now, that you have to go kind of for more glass cannon specs. Well, I kind of play glass cannon, so it's not that big a deal for me. I have 3 pieces of gear that have Constitution, and the rest is Magnify, and it works really well. But next patch, even better, you know? The Magnify being what you want it to be, so you can just select it. Yeah, that means that it's going to be so easy. You basically just need one set of light, medium, and heavy armor for PvP, and that's about it. You can play any weapon set you want with it. And just the flexibility of the gear, it's really nice. It's a really nice change from what we had in the past with New World, especially closer to launch, where it was really hard to get your hands on some nice stuff, and then just crafting this stuff was an absolute headache. I don't know, I guess the game's just changed a lot in that regard, and I think it really benefits PvP because I was never able to do this before. I'm just playing a new build every day, sometimes 2 or 3 different builds a day, and it just cost me the gold for respecking my attributes. That's basically it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy some gameplay, and we'll get into that PvP commentary, but I don't know, when it comes to buildcraft, I feel like New World is approaching a golden era right now, so I hope that Amazon keeps doing this stuff to make builds easier and more accessible to switch between. Anyway, let's get into this fight. So I was playing some Musket Greatsword. I actually did some Firestaff Greatsword today, but holy crap did I play like shit, so no good footage at all from that gameplay. That being said, I still had fun, but yeah, it's sometimes, you know, just don't get lucky. Either way, when I switched to Greatsword Musket, I felt a lot better. I don't know, I feel like the Musket's just a lot easier to aim than the Firestaff, especially when you're trying to hit a distant target. As I say that and miss this guy, oh my god. I swear, man, my bad aim is just the downfall of so many kills. I need to improve it. And you know, honestly, when it comes to this game, I don't think it's like traditional shooter aim that you need, because I'm good at traditional shooters, and I know there's a lot of people out there that play shooters and they play New World PvP with the musket or the bow, and they're just like, it's a different beast because you have to predict where people are going. So it's not necessarily about missing or landing the shot, it's more about knowing where someone's gonna go and shooting there. And every single weapon in this game, I guess, has different projectile speed and stuff. So yeah, I just struggle sometimes with that musket, guys. What do you guys think? Is it that bad, or am I just beating myself up for it? Either way, look, I get to the door here and I managed to pick a kill off the wall. And look at that, Trick's in my group and he's pushing in. In the back here, our team is losing super bad, so we're gonna do our best to try to win this. There's a 3rd player in here with us, and I try to get the stagger on the flamethrower guy, but man, so squishy. I take a lot of damage, and I'm forced to back out for a little bit. Unfortunately, one of the friendlies goes down, but Trick is still alive. It looks like he's on a pretty durable build. He's doing a great job holding everybody down. And I just swoop in with the charge on the back of this guy, hit him with the crosscut, roll out of it. He just escapes right away, but I just throw the traps down, throw the bomb down, and he gets hit by the explosion. And in this kind of a fight, man, when everybody's clumped up, that bomb is so good. And I don't know, Musket, it's really improved as an AoE weapon. Shooting through people was a huge factor to it as well, but I'm enjoying it a lot more in PvP, and unfortunately, I eat a huge combo from the Fire Mage that spawns in there, and I go down. And this game actually ends before I can even hit the respawn button, so we did our best. Trick at least stayed alive. If you guys want to check his YouTube channel out, I'll link it down below for you guys as well. Moving on to the next fight. Again, just hanging out in OPR, fighting a losing fight. Every single OPR was a wash today. I don't know, guys. And sometimes it's just bad, hey? That's something. Let's see some improved matchmaking. There we go. Buildcraft is great. Let's see some matchmaking. Either way, I do manage to find myself a 2v1 here, but the player that's charging at me here is very aggressive and he's very durable. This is a very difficult thing when you're trying to fight in a solo situation, because the tank is really putting himself in your way and it makes it hard to target anybody else. So in this fight, I decide to actually target the tank. I think usually that's the wrong decision, but because he's kind of keeping his health low, he wants me to target him, I can tell. And I'm seeing maybe if I can catch him off guard because he's only at half health and he doesn't know how hard I can hit. So I just try to put a bit of damage into him and just try to set those combos up. And I do a good job dancing and avoiding those arrows. As the day went on, I gotta say my arrow dance was getting better and better. The change to the movement keys on the PTR, if you change your settings on the PTR, it actually carries over to the live game. And I feel like the movement is just so much cleaner when you make that change to your movement keys. So if you guys haven't tried it, get on the PTR and try it out, and or just change the setting on the PTR and try it out on live, up to you. It's quite nice. You can basically run facing any direction now, which is very useful in PvP. And there I managed to get a big amount of damage on the tank. Unfortunately, I just don't capitalize. That's the second time I got his health super low, and this was what I was waiting for. The grenade landed on the squishy player, and look, he blew his stamina because he knew that would hurt him. He's very, very squishy. I haven't even hit him yet, and I just hit him with so much damage with the greatsword. And yeah, that's, you know, that's the advantage of targeting the tank sometimes. You can catch the DPS off guard if they're sleeping, and I think that's what happened there. And this guy here, he ends up going down really nice. And then we managed to flip the post so the game doesn't end right away, and I quickly try to buy the food and get up top here to put it on my bar. And I'm hoping that the healer that jumped in here can hold out until I get back down there. It looks like he's okay. And then throw the grenade in and try to follow it up with the trap. It looks like I actually did connect that trap, but again, I'm going right for the DPS because I know that he's putting a lot more pressure into the healer than the tank, and he's not looking at me. We catch him off guard, and he ends up going down to that really, really strong crosscut combo. I love the cancel on that. And unfortunately, the tank clips me with some big damage, and I use the swap to get myself out of that. It breaks you out of the stun. I'll be honest, guys, I totally forgot that that was a thing, and I haven't been doing it this whole time. So today I learned something new, and yeah, I hope that I hope that you guys, if you don't know, you have 300 points in stamina. When you weapon swap, you can break out of a stun or a root or whatever. And I just do my best to fight these two. They're both very aggressive, lots of melee pressure coming forward, and I'm doing a lot of direction changing and just trying to coax them into that trap. They don't want to stand in it. They know exactly what happens if they stand in the trap. I heal, they take a lot of damage, and they do a good job. This guy does a great job distracting me, but I get the swap to get out of the stun in time. Oh my god, man, that stun break. I can't believe I didn't, I don't even know what to say. I can't believe it, guys. I might be... I might be the worst player in this game, seriously. Holy crap. Either way, I still try to fight the tank. I don't know, man. This is when I shouldn't have targeted the tank 100%. I should have worried about the guy up top. And, you know, this isn't my fault either. The guy was hiding. He ends up hitting me with the stagger, and they're all waiting for me. Oh man, you can't win them all. If you guys want to see the build, here's a quick look at it. Of course, there's a written guide on my website, pvpnewworld.com, if you want to check that out as well. If you guys want to send in some clips for the New World Top 5, send them to Kristofer at pvpnewworld.com. And if you guys are wondering why I only had 96 con, it's because I had a glove on that actually gives me the last bit of con that I need when I'm in OPR, but outside of OPR, I don't have it. Of course, a special thank you to our sponsor, ExpressVPN. They can help keep you safe on the internet, and you guys can get a deal with them thanks to the link down below. And last but not least, a huge thank you to all of my patrons on Patreon. I'm so sorry I can't show all of your names, but Square Monitor has put me in a situation where I don't have access to it right now. And when I do, I will be putting them back on for you guys, I promise. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good night, everybody. See you next time.